When you can take fresh, healthy ingredients and combine them in quick, delicious recipes, every meal and snack becomes a little bit like magic. Make it quick, healthy, and delicious with the original Magic Bullet.
Who doesn't love a smoothie? I'm going to show you how you can use your Magic Bullet to whip up a healthy breakfast. We're going to start with 1 banana, some strawberries, blueberries, ice, and a little bit of our superfood protein boost to give it a little extra flavor and some protein. We're going to use almond milk to fill it up. And all you have to do is attach your cross blade and use the lock-on technique. And that's it. Now you have a healthy smoothie that you can have for breakfast. You guys are going to love this one. Then, got 1 banana, couple of strawberries, 3 cubes of ice, and some milk. Put the blade on, match up the little plastic tabs into the notch on the base. I'm going to let it blend automatically, just push down and turn it to lock. There is 1 little chunk of ice, so I'm going to puree this for a little bit longer. There's 1 little chunk of banana in the bottom here. Otherwise, this smoothie is pretty smooth. Some water, a little sugar. This could be a really yummy, healthy dessert. I see it's stuck, so I'm going to just shake it around a little bit and give it a try. Let's try pulsing. It's still stuck at the bottom, so I'm going to shake it around a little bit more. It's very stuck. What I'm going to do is add a little bit more water. Maybe that will help it.
some pulsing, it seems to have worked. So you do need a good amount of liquid. It's not just gonna make a sorbet that's super thick without adding enough liquid. I don't really see any chunks of mango in here. So with a little work, you have a sorbet. Next, I'll chop some walnuts. I have some walnut halves here. These are great chopped up for your baked goods or your oatmeal. I'm gonna pulse the nuts. Between pulses, you do want the blade to come to a complete stop before pulsing again. I can see that the nuts on top are just stuck. They're not really going down to the bottom into the blade. Let me shake it around. Give it a tap. There are lots of nuts in there that are not processed, so the magic bullet is not good for chopping nuts. It's very uneven. The magic bullet cannot replace your food processor. Now I'll try making a fresh salsa. I have all my ingredients here. I'm gonna put in about 6 cherry tomatoes. These only measure about 1 inch across, so they should be processed well. 1 serrano chili that I've cut in half. Some white onion that I've cut into 1-inch pieces. 1-inch piece size is a good guideline for any food processor. Some cilantro leaves. A little bit of fresh lime juice. And some salt. And I'm gonna pulse this. You have to be careful to hold the base because when you just try to pulse, it might accidentally turn and lock, and then it'll start blending automatically. It's a chunky salsa, but it's not evenly processed. I'm gonna pulse a few more times. So what you're getting is very uneven. There's big chunks of tomato, chunks of onion. This is not really good for salsa. If you want a completely smooth pureed salsa, then this is fine. You can just keep blending it and you'll get it. But if you want an even, chunky salsa, evenly processed tomatoes and onions and everything.
The A2500 features 3 program settings to create your favorite smoothies, frozen desserts, hot soups, and then turn the blender off automatically. A new built-in digital timer displays how long your blend has been running, helping you achieve just the right texture every time. Add in variable speed control and pulse, and you can stretch your creativity with confidence. When it's time to wash up, the containers are self-cleaning and dishwasher safe. Vitamix is the first to offer a complete system of containers with wireless connectivity. That means the machine reads each container and automatically adjusts blending times. So what are you waiting for? Grind, blend, create hot soups, frozen desserts, and more. Live a healthy life with flavor and gusto. The A2500 with a 10-year warranty. Part of the Ascent series from Vitamix.
My name is Kenzie Swanhart and I lead the Ninja Test Kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to clean your Foodie hot and cold blender. So I just made a mixer using the infusion button, and what I'm going to do is just add some water to the pitcher. addition to the water, I'm just gonna add 2 squirts. Is that 2? Yeah. Dish soap. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. And now I'm choosing the clean function right up here, and it's gonna use heat as well as a pulsing action, a pre-programmed setting to actually clean the entire blender. And the heat's gonna help to break down anything that's stuck on this glass pitcher. So. You can see right away it gets to work, getting all the water around and really starting to bring everything down. Okay, now that heat action is going to start to turn on, and that's what's actually going to be cleaning the blender. So I'm going to let it sit here and do its thing. It's about a 6-minute program starting now, and I'll be right back to show you the results. So check this out. We had stuck on ingredients from our raspberry and lime Ricky. So we had stuck on raspberries that are super sticky, we had lime juice, and we had sugar, and it was all stuck to the sides. Because the Foodie blender is not dishwasher safe, we integrated this super useful clean feature, which actually uses heat to clean your blender, kind of like your dishwasher. Okay, so what I did is I added some water and 2 drops of soap, detergent, and check this out. Look at how the whole sides are all clean. Now this is a little warm again because it uses heat, so be careful. I'm gonna give this a quick rinse. Okay. And it is super clean on all of the sides and inside. So if that's not easy to clean, I don't know what is. If you have any questions about how to use your Foodie blender or what recipes to make, please comment below and let me know. I'd love to help you out, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to use the cleaning feature.
As you can cover the blender, lock it, turn the power on. Always pulse a few times to get the ingredients going first. Always remove the blade first. There's our nutrients, the food processors attached to the base. I'll be using the 4-blade assembly. I'm gonna add 2 cups of frozen mango chunks, a squeeze of lime juice, and a little bit of sugar. Match the arrow on the lid to the arrow on the handle. Press down and lock the lid. I'm going to add a little bit of water.
Black & Decker, easy blending for home and on the go. The Black & Decker Fusion Blade digital blender has all the features you need to create delicious smoothies and mixed drinks in no time. The powerful 700-watt motor, two-tip stainless steel fusion blade, and unique jar design combine to maximize blending power and efficiency. Blend to your preferred consistency with large digital controls that include 3 blending speeds and a pulse function. Plus, the one-touch pre-programmed smoothie option whips up a tasty iced treat in just 30 seconds. The Fusion Blade blender comes with 2 blending jars. The full-size 48-ounce glass jar with the perfect pour spout is ideal for pleasing crowds. And you can switch it out for the 21-ounce BPA-free travel jar. The single-serve jar comes with its own blade and fits on the blender base just like the large glass jar. Plus, use the twist-on travel lid for spill-free, on-the-go convenience. Additional travel-sized jars are available for purchase in packs of 2, so everyone in the family can enjoy their own personalized drinks. Plus, the jars and lids are completely dishwasher safe, making cleanup quick and easy. The Black & Decker Fusion Blade Digital Blender, a game changer for your kitchen.
Blend automatically without you holding it down. To stop, you can just unlock the bottle from the base. I'm going to let this blend automatically for about 30 seconds. Pour it out. There are a few chunks of blueberries that are not processed. So I would process the smoothie for maybe a minute to make sure everything is completely blended. Taste it. The parts that are processed
Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart Compact To Go Juicing Blender. I love the fact that this is so compact, but you get lots of great options with this product, and it's simple and easy to use. So this is your main blender jar. This is actually 32 ounces or 1 liter. And the other thing is the lid comes off really easy. You just pull it up, but it still has a really nice seal. So you get a nice seal for whatever you're blending. This piece here is removable, so if you want to add any liquid or any type of ingredients while you're blending, you can just lift that up and use that, lock it back into place. This is your blade assembly, and the one thing to remember about blenders is that normally we say tighty, righty, lefty, loosey, but you have to actually, it's the opposite. And I always try to turn it the wrong way. So this is your blade mechanism also for your to-go cups. And what you're going to do is you put all of your ingredients in here, and then you put the to-go cup on you put the to-go cup and the blade mechanism on just by screwing it into place like so. And then what you're going to do is there's 2 little tabs, one here and one here. You're going to line that up with the housing. There's 2 notches here and here. And what you're going to do is you line that up and you turn it to lock it into place. And that is what you do for your to-go cups and also for your chopping mechanism also. The other thing I should mention is that each of the to-go cups is 16 ounces. This one happens to be for cold items. And then we also give you a really neat one for hot items. So if you happen to like to make, like a hot drink in the morning, some type of coffee drink, for instance, or anything else, you can blend it right in here. And then you just put your to-go lid on, twist it into place, and then that'll keep your beverage hot. So the other thing too you'll notice is this has a flip top, which I really like because if you are taking this in the car and you don't want to spill on your way to the car, that keeps it completely sealed. And then the other thing too is we give you 4 reusable straws, and the straws go right in here if you prefer to use the straw. So let's look at the grinding cup. The chopping grinding cup. So this actually, the same thing, it has its own blade mechanism. You notice it's very flat, but it also is sharp on the sides. Once again, it has 2 tabs here and here. This happens to be 8 ounces. So same thing, you screw the chopping mechanism on, you line up the 2 tabs, push down, and then twist to lock it into place. So while we're here, this is your housing, like I mentioned. You have a dial for your functions. You can turn it to the left for pulse. Turn it one notch to the right for low speed. And then twice for high speed. The other thing is that even though this is a really compact juicing blender, it's very powerful. It has one peak horsepower motor inside, so it's very powerful. So why don't we go ahead and make a smoothie? I think today what we should do is let's do it right in the blending cup, the to-go cup, because I think most people know how the jar works. So turn it to the right, like I mentioned earlier. So let's add our ingredients. First we have banana, strawberries. Now you can use frozen or fresh. These were frozen originally. This happens to be almond milk. You can use juice if you prefer. And then for lots of nutrient value, we're going to add some fresh spinach. Put that right in the top. Put the blade mechanism on. Remember to turn it to the left, like so. Line the notches up like I mentioned earlier. You're just going to lock it down and twist it, and then we're going to turn it on and let it blend. So there you have it. Turn it over like so. So to the right. Put that there. Just going to add our lid. Turn it around to the left. Pop in our little straw, and we're all ready to go. It's great for if you're going to go in the car, you're going to go to the gym, if you want to bring a protein shake or a smoothie with you. The last thing I want to mention too is that your chopping mechanism, I'm going to use it in a few minutes to make some baby food, also comes with its own lid. So if you grind anything up, like some people like to do flaxseed or any type of grains or nuts, you can store it right in this by just adding the lid to it. So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back and we're going to make some baby food. So let's go ahead and make some baby food. What we did earlier was we steamed this butternut squash, and what you're going to do is you're going to add it to this chopping cup. I'm not going to add all of it. I'm just going to add, about half of it. So this is still warm, so once we make it, you can feed it to baby right away. So I'm just going to add a little water. This will help it blend really smoothly. You're going to put the chopping mechanism on, and remember, turn it to your left, line the notches up like so, lock it into place, and then we're going to turn it on to blend. So I didn't add enough liquid, so I'm just going to remove it, turn it to the right. Yeah, I definitely did not add enough liquid. Try that again. And you can just do the same thing, just you can eyeball it. Sometimes with vegetables, you don't really realize how much water content is in there. So let's blend it up again. So let's just take it out, twist. Turn to the right. I just want to show you how amazingly smooth this is. It came out really, really beautiful. And you notice how quick and easy it was to do. A nice little tip too is that if you are making butternut squash for your family and you have a little bit extra, steam it, take it out, and you can blend it right into this cup. Make baby food for your baby in minutes.
Add water or coconut water, 1.5 cups. Cucumber cut up, 1 pear cut up. Kale, just the leaves, not the stem. I'll just tear it up. Squeeze of lime juice. And a couple of ice cubes. About 5. It's just about reached the max line. Put the lid on. Press on. And we'll use the green smoothie cycle. The volume is comparable to most powerful blenders. It's bearable, not ear-piercingly loud like some of the other blenders I've reviewed. The blender didn't move around on the counter at all. Just lift up. Looks smooth. Everything's processed. I'll give it a taste. I was expecting some grittiness, but surprisingly the kale is processed really well and it's smooth. There's almost no grittiness, and that's impressive for a mid-price blender. I've put a little soap and warm water in the blender. Press on and use auto clean. If you want to try out this Breville, I've put a link right below this video. and the cycles ended after 60 seconds. You saw during the cycle the water is pushed all the way up to the lid, and I used 3 cups of water and nothing spilled out, but I would suggest using the 2 cups that's recommended in the manual. It's already pretty clean except for the spout, and the lid is pretty clean too. You just have to rinse it out in water. Now I'll make a fruit smoothie using the smoothie cycle. I've always got cut up pineapple in the freezer, so I'm going to use that, as well as some frozen mango. Pineapple juice, and some honey. It's a very tropical smoothie. After 60 seconds, it's done. Turn it off. Sometimes after blending, the lids can get really stuck on. This ring on the lid does help pull it off easier. It smells so good. It's so delicious. It's icy cold, smooth, and creamy. This is perfect for all you pineapple lovers. Again, everything is processed. Let's make a pina colada. Pineapple juice, rum, cream of coconut, and ice cubes. And I'll use the button in the middle, the Auto Pulse Ice Crush button. And it turns off by itself. That was 60 seconds. You notice the blender did move around on the counter a little bit. Turn it off. I don't see any chunks. A piece of pineapple for garnish. I'll give it a taste. It's perfect. The ice is crushed nicely, smooth, creamy, really good pina colada. I made a standard pina colada recipe with 2 cups of ice cubes, half a cup of pineapple juice, half a cup of cream of coconut, Let's start with a basic fruit smoothie. I'm using half a cup of yogurt, 1 cup frozen blueberries, and a little honey. You can substitute agave syrup or any other sweetener you'd like. Put the lid on. The lid seals really well. Select the variable and 1 on the dial. Turn the machine on and move the dial to 10 and then to high. We'll blend this for about a minute. To remove the lid, hold onto the handle and lift up the flap. The spout is nice and long and is drip free. The smoothie is perfectly blended and there are no chunks. I'll taste it. This is probably the creamiest smoothie I've ever had. The blueberries were obliterated. There is no trace of skin. It is smooth and silky. To clean, fill halfway with warm water, add 2 drops of dishwashing liquid, lock the lid, blend on high for 30 to 60 seconds. Turn the unit off and rinse the container and lid with water. Blending is helpful because it would be difficult to manually clean under the blade. After cleaning, dry everything thoroughly. Take the lid plug out of the lid so moisture doesn't get trapped. Do not put the container or lid in the dishwasher. Next, I'll make a super healthy drink with lots of vegetables. Pour in about a half a cup of water, 1 whole tomato, 1 carrot cut into 3-inch pieces, 1 stalk of celery, a half a red bell pepper, 1/4 small red onion, some cucumber, 1 small clove of garlic, 1 small piece of ginger, and some flat leaf parsley. I'm also squeezing a bit of fresh lemon juice. Finish off with some salt and pepper. Always put the soft ingredients on the bottom and dry ingredients and ice on top. I'm adding a cup of ice. Put the lid on, select variable and 1. We'll turn the unit on, turn to 10, high, and blend for a minute. The vegetable drink is also completely smooth, no chunks at all. I'll taste it. There's no grittiness at all. You would expect it to taste a little gritty because the celery is fibrous and the carrots are hard, but this is perfectly smooth. Try this blend of vegetables because it's really healthy and tastes pretty good. The base can be wiped down. This part does lift up so you can clean under here if you need to. Next, I'll make mango sherbet. I'm pouring in 1 cup of milk, 1 pound of frozen mango chunks, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. You can of course substitute with another sweetener if you'd like. Put the lid on. Again, we'll start with variable and 1 on the dial. Move the dial to 10 quickly and high. This is similar to a recipe in the Vitamix recipe book. It is a good idea to try their recipes because they've already tested it out for you. You can also use similar ingredients to customize the recipe. There are the 4 mounds, so you know the sherbet is ready. If you overprocess this, it will start to melt. See how smooth it is, how creamy it is? It tastes absolutely heavenly. You can see how thick and velvety smooth it is. It's like a dessert made with a commercial machine at an ice cream shop. I like this consistency, but if you want it harder, put it in the freezer. This is a great recipe and you should definitely try it. Since my mango sherbet came out so creamy, I think I'll make some ice cream and post that recipe also at a later time. The Vitamix should make hot soup in about 6 minutes using friction heat as the blades spin very fast. I'll make Vitamix's curried carrot soup. That's 2 cups of water. You can use vegetable broth instead or chicken broth, and a half a cup of milk. You can use any kind of milk that you'd like. Here I have 6 medium carrots cut into pieces, 1 small onion, small piece of ginger, and a little bit of lemon peeled. Put that into the blender. Also add 3/4 of a teaspoon of curry powder. I also mixed in half a teaspoon of salt to my curry powder. Cover it. We'll start with variable and 1 on the dial. Turn it on. move up the dial to 10 and then to high. It'll blend for about 6 minutes or until steam escapes through the lid. If you want hot soup quicker, add preheated water to your vegetables and it'll be hot faster. It's been 6 minutes. I do see a little bit of steam coming out of the top here, and the jar is very hot. Our soup is ready. I hope you can see the steam. There's a lot of steam coming out of the jar. It smells amazing. The smell of the carrot and ginger and curry powder is really good. The soup is perfectly smooth, it's creamy. If you want a chunky soup towards the end of blending, what you could do is add some toasted nuts and just use the toggle button to go up and down once or twice and you'll have a different texture in your soup. Taste this. Oh my God.